All right, I need your help with understanding something real quick, right? What's the point of having all the marriage tools, all the books, all the advice if you're still showing up as the same broken version of you? Why keep fixing these marriage problems on the surface when the real battle is happening at your core? Listen, we never rise to the level of our intentions. We sink to the level of our identity. I'm tired of everybody talking about, what we got to do to fix these challenges in our marriages. I just got to pray more. I just got to trust and believe, or I just got to get a couple more tools, and I got to, work on the communication. We got to work on intimacy. Don't get me wrong. I'm all about tools. I'm all about solutions. I'm all about making sure we have the right support, the right encouragement, the practical tools and resources, and also accountability to, overcome the challenges in your marriage. But I need you to understand, first and foremost, the first challenge in your marriage is you, how you're choosing to show up. Listen, we just can't focus on we need to fix what we do, all right? Because that's just behavior modification. Everything that you do is based on who you are at your core. So if you really want to change what you do, you have to change who you are at your core. Now, that's called spiritual transformation, and that can only come through vertical alignment with God. That can only come from repentance. That can only come from getting back into God's will and way for your life, for your marriage, for your family. Listen, if you want to do, be, and have more in your marriage, you have to become more. Just changing what you do is not going to get it done. You have to change who you are at your core. That's why we keep having the same challenges, the same problems in our marriage. So remember, you can try to change what you do, because what you do is just surface level changes right there. You got to change who you are at your core. Not only comes from getting back into alignment with God's one way for you, walking in your true identity. You're talking to someone who walked it, who been there, who was a stone cold sex addict, who was an adulterer, who infidelity, pornography, sexting, texting, cheating, everything. And it took me coming back to God and getting to realign with God and repenting. That it took me to do all that to get to where I am right now. So don't talk to me about tools. Because when I try to do it on my own, when I try to just use the tools and just use resources and read all the books and watch all the motivational videos and do what this person said, do that, none of that worked. Because it didn't change who I was in my core. Who I was in my core was a broken man who was unhealed, who was stuck, who was struggling, who was bound by this disease of sex addiction, who was bound by my flesh, who chased pleasure, who cared about instant gratification, who was selfish, who didn't care about anyone else but his needs and getting his addiction fed. So if I can change, and I just didn't change what I did, I changed who I was. So if I can do it, you can do it too. If you want to do, be, or have more, you got to become more.